We all know how difficult it can be to get new customers as a fashion brand, especially in this day and age with so much saturation in the market. Most people are focusing on how to get customers or new customers through the door without realizing that their best assets are actually their loyal customers. And how do you keep them loyal? Well, in general, getting repeat business from an existing customer is around 5 to 7 times cheaper than getting a new customer through the door. At the same time, repeat customers are ready to spend 67% more with you. This is essentially because of what we consider as loyalty. When a customer builds equity by purchasing with you and you treat them well, they are much more likely to keep coming back time and time again and expand their purchases as long as you're continuously able to create the product that they want to buy. And in this episode, we're going to go through how to structure a loyalty program, what tools to use, how to make it effective, and ultimately at the end of this episode, you have a clear checklist that you need to take with step-by-step actions so that by the end of this episode, you can build your own loyalty program and launch it ASAP. The first and most important step is to define the primary mission of your loyalty program. What are you trying to achieve with your loyalty program is going to give you the context necessary to set the right tier systems. So ultimately, we need to define what the function of our loyalty program is. Is it 1, to reward repeat purchases? Is it 2, to encourage them to spend more with us? Is it 3, to increase their overall customer lifetime value? Or is it 4, to create brand advocate? So if you look at Gymshark, for example, Gymshark is very focused on creating brand advocates. Yes, they want people to repurchase, but ultimately they want people to tell others about Gymshark, which is why they create things like special events. They basically give people a way to buy into the Gymshark brand. For number 2, now we need to decide on what type of loyalty program you want to build. And there's 3 main options. Option A is a points-based loyalty program where based on purchases, a customer will receive certain amount of points, which will allow them to ascend to a specific tier or a specific part of the loyalty program. Option B is what we consider as tier-based programs with the potential for a VIP membership. So if you look at Lululemon, they have different tiers of these memberships. So you have their essential membership, you have their premium membership, and each one gives you access to different events, different perks. All of these make you feel like you are becoming more and more deeply integrated to the brand. And the last option is your referral points. Essentially, what this is where the entire loyalty program is based on you going out and telling others about the brand, and you earn store credit or you earn points based on how many people sign up using your link. Number 3 is now you need to pick an effective loyalty program platform that you can use and you can integrate. At the end of the day, most of you guys are most likely going to use Shopify. So there's 3 main contenders that I definitely recommend. Number 1 is going to be Yotpo, which is a great loyalty program or a loyalty and brand program plugin that works with Shopify. Next is Smile.io, and then lastly is going to be Loyalty Lion. Ultimately, Smile.io is the most user-friendly. It's the one with the most accessible pricing strategy or the pricing structure for startup brands all the way to more established brands, and it easily integrates with any Shopify account, so it's a plug-and-play methodology. Number 4 is where we get to the juicy part, which is essentially what perks are you offering? Let's look at some of the main things that you can offer. Number 1 is you can get access to new collections. Gymshark does this a lot. When they have a new collection launching, what you get as a loyalty member is that you get access to these new collections 24 hours, 48 hours before they drop. 2 is you can offer limited edition merch that's specifically for specific tiers in the loyalty program, like Supreme, for example. Only members of their elite status were able to get specific drops or specific capsules beforehand. Number 3 is personalized experiences. You can offer specific events or experiences or personalized sort of tailored things that customers can engage in that make the customers feel more special. Next, you might have exclusive content or community access or a platform that your loyalty members can access. Number 5, now that we have all the information, what are the steps that you need to take to launch this loyalty program successfully? Well, number 1 is you need to actually have a clear reward structure. Are you going to go with points, tiers, or referrals? 2, will integrate them into your platform. Number 3, clearly go ahead and communicate the fact that this referral or this loyalty program is accessible, communicate the value, create a launch campaign to let people know. Number 4, offer a bonus to join initially. It can be a free bonus simply to join to get people onboarded onto the loyalty program so they can start using it. Offer immediate points or get them to the first tier right off the bat. Number 5, train yourself or your staff or whoever you have working with you to continuously incentivize customers to hop onto the loyalty program. At the end of the day, if you have it but you're not using it, then what's the point? And then number 6, continuously monitor feedback, collect data, see what customers are liking and not liking. Make sure that the loyalty program is profitable at the end of the day. Now that you have your loyalty program up and running, it's time to market your loyalty program so you can let people know about it. You can go through a variety of different channels and different media to be able to promote your loyalty program. Number 1, through your website, have a pop-up. Make it clear that there's a loyalty program. Have it in your checkout page. Make it clear that people can sign up and what they're getting as part of the loyalty program. 2, you could have it on social media. So it could be things like on your highlights, on your Instagram reels, on your stories. It could be a post that you have. It could be through SMS marketing. Whether you have a clear SMS funnel campaign or not, use it to your advantage and get that direct ability to integrate with your customers. Maybe have a link on your SMS strategy to get to sign up for it right off the bat. Lastly, you have your loyalty program in the mix. How do you make sure that it's actually performing the way you need? Well, here are some KPIs, key performance indexes that you absolutely need. Number 1 is customer retention rate. How many customers return after their first purchase? What's that percentage? 2, what is the average order value or the AOV? How many customers you have? What's the total purchase price? Divide that by the total number of customers and you'll see the AOV. Number 4, what's the referral rate? What percentage of your customers actually refer someone? Then lastly, what is the CLV or the customer lifetime value? Based on what your customer is spending with you, what do you stand to make on a customer? That's going to give you an idea of what value your loyalty program has and how much you can spend to acquire new customers, because now you're retaining them and you're making the money on the back end. Well guys, that is it. That is a wrap on this episode. That's been my complete guide on how to launch and how to create and how to craft your own loyalty program. If you want my personal opinion on how you can build your own loyalty program, you can check the link in the description. I offer one-on-one calls every single week. My slots are limited, but I'm more than happy to hop on the call with you. Guys, I say this from the very bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Fittdesign TV. Until next week's episode, stay awesome.